welcome back to the PES 2020 Master League with AS Roma. Now the eagle-eyed among you may notice on the bottom of the screen there in the calendar that the games that I said we were going to be playing in this episode are significantly different to the ones which were previously advertised. There is a reason for that, and it's partially because I am an idiot, partially because technology is an idiot, but however it has led to a possible epiphany, and that's a big word. So essentially I have recorded the gameplay and the audio commentary for the three games. Yeah, it was against Bologna, Lugano and Cagliari, if memory serves. The footage exported, but the audio did not. The audio would not export correctly no matter what I did to it for some reason. And so it's completely useless. However, this has given me an idea of if I play a few games off camera and then play maybe 2 or 3 live games and then like the big games live, then we'll get through the seasons a lot quicker. So what I've done is I've put together a little recap of the 3 games that were previously played. If you to see what you guys reckon. If you think that's a better way to do it, let me know in the comment section below. If you prefer for every game to be live, let me know in the comment section below. The only caveat to that is it will probably take a good while to get through the seasons. I personally think that playing a few games offline is probably the better way to go, but it's entirely up to you guys. It's your decision at the end of the day. So let's crack on with this little recap. The first game was of course against Bologna. We were going with our usual lineup. The only difference was that Kluivert and Pastore came in, and we kicked off into the 6th minute, where Pastore plays a lovely ball in towards Dzeko, who finishes it very nicely into the bottom corner as we take the lead and score our first league goal of the season against Bologna after that 0-0 draw against Brescia. There we go, I can remember things. I've been up since very early this morning. Lovely little piece of play there, little interchange, and there's Pastore, holds off his man, plays in Dzeko, a little touch to get it out of his feet, and plays it into the back of the net past Skorupski. Bologna, however, did fight back with a goal as they hit the post there from Alessandro, what's his name, Matri, that's his name. It doesn't matter because he got the ball back and smacked it back in again. So it's Matteo Destro. What am I talking about, Matri? Wrong lad, it's Matteo Destro. Wrong Football Manager 2010 wonder kid. So Destro got Bologna back on level terms after sloppy play from us, because we were bossing the game, so to speak. But then a lovely ball over the top. Under manages to get there, hold off his man, stick a boot out, and put it into the back of the net. And we regain the lead right on the stroke of half time through Cengiz Under getting his first goal of the season. It's a lovely, just a lofted ball forward. Not really much hope into it. It's from Cristante, I believe. Yep, Cristante. Ball over the top. Under does really well to get onto it, holds off his man and pokes it past Skorupski, and we retook the lead, and that is how it would stay. We get a 2-1 victory over Bologna to kickstart our league campaign after that disappointing opening day draw. We then of course went into our first European game of the season against the Swiss side Lugano, a completely rotated side. 11 changes in all, the likes of Kalinic, Mkhitaryan, Veretout, Diawara, Zappacosta come in with Morante in goal. And speaking of goals, we took the lead through Nikola Kalinic in the 22nd minute. He had missed an absolute myriad of chances in the opening 20 minutes, and he finally gets on the score sheet and celebrates by doing that, which no one really needed to see. It's like a dad at a wedding, so God love you, Nikola Kalinic, for keeping the dad dancing alive. Ball in. There's a bit of a cluster word I can't say on the channel that getting demonetized. Not that I get paid for this anyway. But anyway, enough of that. Look at this absolute space for Mkhitaryan to run into, to pass it into Zaniolo to get our second goal of the game, as he slots it past the Lugano goalkeeper. To be honest, we deserved this 2-0 lead. We had absolutely bossed the game. Lugano really didn't create an awful lot. I think they'd hit a shot wide, a shot or two wide, and that was about as much as they'd offered. But they backed off, and look at the space that Mkhitaryan had. And just plays it into Zaniolo, who has the easiest task in the world, just to tap it into the back of an empty net. And speaking of Mkhitaryan, we rounded off with the Armenian getting his first goal for the club from a corner kick. To be fair, the keeper initially makes a terrific save, but it just comes back to Mkhitaryan, who pops it into the back of an empty net, and we take a 3-0 lead over the Swiss side. Ball in. Good save by the keeper, but Mkhitaryan is just there to poke it home to make it 3-0, and that is how it finished. 3 different goal scorers with a heavily rotated side. You can't really ask for much more than that in your opening game in the Europa League. And we finish we will finish this little recap with the game against Cagliari in that horrific green kit. Back to our usual lineup. This was the best chance we had of the first half. Kluivert into Dzeko, who hits it straight at the keeper. Not an awful lot happened in this game until Walter Beersa came on the pitch and did that. Put it past Paul Lopez with a lovely curling effort. And the substitute gives the away side the lead and then tells us to shut up in our own gaff. I did not appreciate that. Almost as much as I didn't appreciate this. That is clearly a penalty, but the ref gave a free kick, and I was absolutely bloody fuming because that was in the last few minutes of the game. And it gave Cagliari a 1-0 victory over us, our first defeat of the season in any competition. And that is how the table was looking after those 4 games of the season, sitting on 4 points, sitting down in joint 11th place with Parma. So that's what's been happening off camera. Like I said, if you do prefer to see for us to do the season this way, then do let me know in the comment section below. Equally, if you don't, if you would like to see all games played live, then let me know in the comment section below. So what else has happened off camera? Well, I've added some more folk to the shortlist, whether it be through folk that I've wanted to add myself or from suggestions from you fine lovely people. Also, continue to do that in the comment section below. I need to improve this Roma side in every way possible. Sander Berg or Berge, I don't know. I don't know Norwegian. But he's an option. I figure if we can't get him, we might as well try, because he's 21 and 79 rated. That's pretty mental. Hakim Ziyech as well in that attacking midfield role. Again, not a position that we particularly need to strengthen. It's just, you know, look how versatile he is all across the pitch. Adama Traore was suggested to me in the comment section below, who is speedy as all hell. That's not the right button, you idiot. Let's have a look. Speed 95, acceleration 96. That is mental, Adama Traore. Although if you could untuck your shirt, that would be brilliant. Because, what are you, 5? And Borja Mayoral was also suggested. 22-year-old striker. I said we needed a pacey striker. He doesn't really fit the bill, but I'd say his speed and acceleration is probably similar to, if not better than, Dzeko and Kalinic. So he could well be worth having a look at. At 75, at 22, there's still plenty of room for him to grow. What's he expected to grow? Well, it doesn't really say. I suppose we'll have to wait till further on in the season. League Opener, Chapter 3. It hasn't been a bad start, but we should be aiming higher. Let's win some more. Yes, thank you. As if I wouldn't have... I've got some tricks up my sleeve. And he has got sleeves, so that is applicable. But that... Mate, what do you think? It's like, let's try and win more. What a revolutionary idea. Speaking of winning games, we're going to try and do that against Atalanta and Torino in this episode. Just the 2 games today, as we've done the little recap-y thing, which is taking up a bit of time anyway. So I think it's about time that I stop chatting and that we get into some actual games here, because I'm talking about getting all these games played and getting through the season quicker, whereas I'm just sitting here ganching like a mad yoke for days on end, and we're not actually getting anything done. So let's do something about that as we take on Atalanta, who of course have had a real rise in the last couple of years in the Champions League this year, of course, with the likes of Duvan Zapata and Papu Gomez, who they are playing in this game, along with Golini in goal, Masiello, the captain, Simon Kjaer, or Kjaer. There's plenty of places in Northern Ireland where that is how people pronounce the word car, so that's not unfamiliar. Rafael Toloi, Malinovsky, Pasalic, Castagna, Hatibor, Ilicic, Gomez and Zapata. There we go. That is a fairly strong Atalanta lineup. We go with our usual lineup, except the only difference is Pastore comes in place of Zaniolo in that attacking midfield role. We need to pick up a decent result after that loss, that surprise loss at home to Cagliari. So let's hope that we can do that against a strong Atalanta side. I don't know how to pronounce Gee Whiz, the Gee Whiz. Oh, it's their sponsor, right? That makes way more sense. I thought that doesn't sound very Italian, but there we go. The I don't know. I don't speak sponsor. In the games we've scored in this season, we've had a knack of scoring early, so let's hope that we continue that. Preferably not by giving the ball away like we've just done there. Well, yes, Big Fazio, well done, big man. He's under pressure a little bit, but he's found a little bit of space. Digs out across towards Dzeko. Oh my word, Edin Dzeko. You are about 50 years old, you'll bloody do yourself in and I need you for the season, but that is a ridiculous effort from Dzeko. Comes out to Pellegrini, who's going to have a strike. And a free kick's been given for something. I don't know, but we'll take it. But what an effort from Edin Dzeko. What is he thinking? So we do have a free kick here. Florenzi is going to take it. He's my best, highest rated right-footed free kick taker. Kolarov, of course, is in the team, but it seems more beneficial to a right footer, so we're going to try and put a little bit on this. It's not enough power, is it? It is! He's hit the post! Plenty of bend on it. I thought that there wasn't enough power to get it over the wall, but there was, and it's come back off the post. That is so unlucky. There's Pastore. Looks to play in Under, who's up against Rafael Toloi. He does well. Gets the shot away, and it's a cross goal. More up the night from Florenzi. It's a terrible clearance, and in fact, Malinski's on the end of that. Oh, I thought he was going to hold it. Oh God, oh God, oh God. No, no, get off the line. Oh, sweet Christ, we have escaped massively there. Well, that was a bit of a shambles. Gomez. Zapata. This is dangerous one-touch play. Gomez is in behind here. It's Papu Gomez. And he's put it wide. What a piece of build-up play from Atalanta. Couldn't get anywhere near them. Lovely one-touch play. Here's Hatibor right at the end of the half. No added time, seemingly. And that will do it for the first half. In what has been a thoroughly entertaining half of football, even though it's 0-0. Normally, whenever it's 0-0 when I play, it's usually crap. But this has been really good. Very eventful. Dzeko. Under. Pastore. Under. Lovely ball through for Edin Dzeko. And we do have the lead. And it's the big Bosnian Edin Dzeko with his second goal of the season. Some very, very neat build-up play. Pastore, that's a heavy touch, but he does well to recover, gets it to Under, slides it in, and Dzeko absolutely thumps it past Galini. And we take the lead in what's been a very, very even game. Lovely ball through. Dzeko wraps his foot around it and smashes it past the goalkeeper. Kolarov, if he's taken it on his left foot, which he has, and that's not far away from Alexander Kolarov off that notorious left foot. Nice piece of play. Thought the space is opened up, why not have a strike? And ooh, that's really not very far away. Luis Muriel over Atalanta. We're in injury time. Mancini gets up to head it away, and it's smacked away. Not as far as we would have liked. It's still there for Atalanta. It's Martin Darun with the shot. Lopez decides to punch it for some reason. If this goes for a corner, I'll be furious. It does go for a corner. And they will have time to take it. Lopez, why didn't you catch this? Let's have a look at this again. It's the shot from Ilicic. Just catch it. Just catch it. What are you doing? You. I'm looking at you. So Atalanta have a chance with the last kick of the game here. It's a corner. It's coming in. Lopez punches it away this time. We looked at ref. If you want to blow the whistle, ref, that'd be great. Mkhitaryan steals it, and that is it. We hold on despite a nervy end to the game. It's big Edin Dzeko coming up big for us again as we get a 1-0 lead over Atalanta. Our second league win of the season. That result takes us up to 7 points, which moves us up to joint fourth in the table with Cagliari of all teams. Inter in third, Lazio second, Torino leading the way, unbeaten thus far so far this season. 12 points from 4 games. How's it looking down the bottom of the table? It's Bologna down the bottom with Sassuolo and Sampdoria. And we look to build on that positive result with the second and final game of this episode against Torino. We go with our usual starting lineup. The only difference is Spinazzola is in at left back for Kolarov, who's a little bit down on form. So Spinazzola gets his first league start of the year up against a Torino side of Rosati in goal, Bonifazi, Iso, who is possibly someone to worth looking at, Nicholas Nkulu, Maite, Rincon, Laxalt, Aina, Verdi, Baselli, and someone who we have on our shortlist, Andrea Bellotti there, the Torino captain. A good, again, this Serie A has a lot more strength and depth than I even realised, I suppose. There's a lot of good players in there, and we'll have to be at our best to get another win. Can we get 2 wins out of 2 in this episode? Let's bloody well try. Back at the Stadio Olimpico for the second and final game of the episode, up against Torino in their lovely white. That's a really nice kit, actually. I'm just looking at it. So well done Torino, well done Joma for designing a lovely kit. But we can't be blinded by their kit. What they will be blinded by is our excellence as we bloody pump them. I've still not got any better at this. Pellegrini finds Cristante, gives it out wide to Florenzi. Used to dink one in towards Zaniolo. It's flicked down for Dzeko. Big save by the keeper, and they get it away to deny it in Dzeko. It's going to be Florenzi to drift this one in. It's not a good delivery at all, but Cristante is going to pick it up. He's going to give it to Pellegrini on the edge of the area, who's going to have a strike at goal. And Rosati gathers it quite easily. Well on by Spinazzola. Kluivert. Good ball if Spinazzola can keep this in, which he can. He's left Izzo completely for dead. Can he get a good ball in? He can in towards Edin Dzeko. And he's done it again. There's always one big forward in these Master League saves that comes to the fore. State of your hair, mate. We'll need to get that. That's ridiculous. We need to get that fixed. There's the likes of Kuma Babacar, and then last year it was bloody, what's his name, on loan Newcastle, Solomon Rondon. That's him. And this year it could well be Edin Dzeko. He's always been a prolific goal scorer, and he's continuing in the same vein at the start of this season. Lovely work on the left hand side between Kluivert and Spinazzola. Drills it across, and Dzeko with the touch past Rosati. We approach the end of the bloody hell. There's no added time at all, even though there was a goal. No added time whatsoever, and we take a 1-0 lead going into the break. Well deserved, I think, on the balance of play. Ola Aina inside for Verdi, back out for Aina. He's up against Spinazzola. He's got away from him. It's a ball in. It's a ridiculously acrobatic effort from, I think that's Baselli. And Lopez makes a relatively easy save. Cristante, Zaniolo. Under. Back to Zaniolo, back to Under. This is lovely if we can finish it. In towards Dzeko. Oh, Rosati, you absolute bitch. How dare you? What a lovely move that was. That was so nice. Under with the ball across. Dzeko does everything right, and that is a ludicrous save from the man with the equally ludicrous hair. We're just going to take this corner. It'll probably get cleared, and then the ref should blow the whistle. Unless you want to let Cristante have a go, which you know you do. It's deflected. It's going to go for another corner, but there will be no time as we get another 1-0 win. And another 1-0 win courtesy of that man, Edin Dzeko. Tell you what, that is an odd colour of vest there, Edin. I'll be honest with you. You're a grown man wearing a vest. That's a bit odd. Kablam! We move... Kablam? There you go. Well, I've said it now. We move up into third. Torino, who I forgot were top of the table and unbeaten. We have just beaten the unbeaten... What? That... Well, yeah, sure. That makes sense. Torino, who were... we've beaten the team who were top, and now they're not top. Lazio have gone top. Torino in second, and we are in third, 3 points behind Lazio. So with that win, it's kind of even though it's very early on in the league table, we've closed the gap, which is what we wanted, to try and make this a tight and exciting title race. Speaking of which, Juventus sit in 6th currently on 9 points. They've had 3 wins and 2 losses already. Where's Inter Milan in 4th, AC Milan in 12th. It's not going well for them, nor is it going well for Sassuolo, Bologna or Sampdoria. And with that, I think that is a fine place to leave off in this episode. 2 wins out of 2, can't really complain about that. So off camera, we will be continuing our Europa League campaign against Spartak Moscow. That's the second game of our Europa League group stage. Then a game against Genoa, then a massive break until we take on Crotone in the Coppa Italia round 2 first leg. So I might even just play both of those games in the Coppa Italia and then come back for the AZ Alkmaar game and then Sampdoria and Juventus. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So there will be 4 games played off screen: Spartak Moscow, Genoa, and then Crotone in the those 2 rounds of the Italian Cup. So we'll be back for the Europa League game against AZ Alkmaar. But until then, thank you so much once again for watching. Thank you for everyone who has interacted with us, left your comments. Be like them. They're bloody good people, so they are. So if you're like them, then you're doing very well. You can do that by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, and clicking the bell icon so you're notified of when we make new videos, such as the Master League series. We do a whole load of football related nonsense, so just look through all our past videos and there'll probably be something that you like. You know, I'll bet 17p that there's something that you like. If you don't find anything you like, then I owe you 17p. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.